We start in the Arctic, where humans unearth an ancient artifact, a frozen guy with a frisbee. Flashback to 1942, where Red Skull, a villain so evil he decided a regular face wasn't intimidating enough, steals a shiny blue cube called the Tesseract, which basically functions as an intergalactic battery with god-tier energy. Meanwhile, in New York, we meet Steve Rogers, a 90-pound bag of determination and asthma who desperately wants to fight in World War II. The army keeps rejecting him because, well, he looks like a stiff breeze could take him out. Enter Dr. Erskine, a scientist who sees potential in Steve's ability to dive onto grenades like a complete lunatic. So, they inject him with magic juice, blast him with sci-fi UV rays, and boom, he emerges looking like an action figure. Immediately after, Hydra assassin Heinz Kruger kills Erskine and tries to flee with the last vial of super juice. Steve, now equipped with abs and unlimited cardio, chases him down like a rabid golden retriever, but Kruger pops a cyanide capsule because Hydra apparently only hires people who prefer death over basic questioning. With the formula lost, Steve gets relegated to war bond commercials. Yes, America's most expensive lab experiment is now punching fake Hitlers on stage instead of, ending the war. Eventually, he gets a real mission, saving his bestie Bucky and other POWs from Hydra's evil lair. During the breakout, he meets Red Skull, who dramatically rips off his face to reveal that, surprise, he's been looking like an evil Valentine's Day candy this whole time. Steve escapes with the prisoners, forms the Howling Commandos, and finally gets a real costume, which, shockingly, still involves spandex. Cue an action montage where Cap and his crew sabotage Hydra bases, all while he flirts with Peggy Carter, the only woman in this film with common sense. Then tragedy strikes, Bucky falls off a train to his totally permanent no way he survives death. Fast forward to the final battle, Red Skull loads a giant bomber with Tesseract-powered WMDs aimed at US cities. Steve hops aboard, fights Skull, and watches him get Thanos-ed into space via wormhole. The Tesseract burns a hole through the plane, and Steve, being the world's saddest Boy Scout, crashes it into the Arctic to prevent a catastrophe. Cut to the future, Steve wakes up in a fake 1940s hospital, immediately detects the historical inaccuracy, because obviously that's the detail he notices first, and escapes, only to land in modern-day Times Square. Nick Fury shows up like, "Congrats, you're a popsicle with PTSD. Wanna save the world?" And thus, the MCU's most patriotic boomer is born.